In September of 1969, a local newspaper released an article with the headline, "Lost Spanish Mine Found." A man named C.H. Philpott, aka the Desperado Kid, came forward with a bar of smelted silver, raw ore, an old rusted spur, and shell casings supposedly from the 1700s. He claimed that there was a lost Spanish mine that got lost in history due to Indians chasing the Spanish away. Philpott claims that he found a map inside one of his old mines which led to the general location of the lost mine, where he saw silver nuggets washing out of a spring. He started to open the wash up and discovered cool air coming out of a small hole. Opened the hole further and found an old tunnel somewhat caved, but obviously a mining tunnel with valuable ores showing. Philpott says he has been a prospector for 40 years and claims he is the best prospector in the Southwest. According to Philpott, the government had 800 soldiers searching for this lost mine at one point. Once again, another article surfaced in 1971. Philpott came forward once again with a gold bar weighing in at 18 pounds, stating that he has found the lost Spanish mine somewhere in Lincoln County, New Mexico. Philpott claims he can pan out 25 ounces of gold and hardly strain his back. He mentions a company out of California that did the assay work, and later I did confirm that this company is still in business as of today. According to his relatives, he blasted the mine shut before he passed away and only told clues as to the mine's whereabouts. He was afraid that the greed would tear his family apart, so he thought it best just to let it go back into a legend. Now, it would be one thing if I just came upon this article and just went looking endlessly for it. This is not the case. A relative of Philpott sent me this info along with other info that had been passed down from Philpott that is not in the article, including the real canyon the mine was located in. I searched for this supposed canyon that I had never heard of, and I found it. I talked with some locals and confirmed that Philpott was indeed a miner and a rough around the edges guy that would not stand for claim jumpers, utilizing a pew-pew if he had to. No one but Philpott has found this mine and knows of its location. Philpott states that the mine is located in Box Canyon in one of the articles. According to his relatives, this was said to throw people off, and they gave me the real canyon name along with a list of clues. Could this story be real? I'm sitting on too many clues, and the canyon is almost in my backyard. I don't know about you guys, but to me, this sounds like another Zia Mountain adventure. Time to gather some gear and go see what we can find. Let's go! Hey guys, what's happening? So, we are out here in the hot higher up desert of New Mexico. And the canyon that we want to find is like a mile this way, a mile and a half-ish. This is as close as I can get. I've got a pretty decent hike. The sun's beaten down already pretty good. Today it's just me and the dog, but I'm bringing a metal detector. It's not like a really high-end metal detector whatsoever. I figured I didn't really need one. I just figured I would basically just kind of metal detect as I go. If I find like a decent area that I think the mine might be in with the clues that I have, then I'll metal detect that area and then try to find like those shell casings he was talking about, lunch items. I gotta pack a ton of water. We're gonna need a lot of water. Man, there's a bunch of gnats biting the crap out of me. I'm packing in my little shovel here. Or if I can, I'm gonna have to rearrange my pack here. This is crazy. Basically, the plan is I've got the list of clues on my phone. The plan is to obviously first hike into that canyon and then basically just start searching. You know, search for fissures, springs, and outcroppings is the three things that I think I'm gonna be looking for first of all, since he said that he busted into a fissure or a spring right there, is where he found this thing. So that's gonna be the number one thing I'm gonna be looking for. Even if it's dried up, I mean, we'll be able to tell where it kind of pooled up and marshed and stuff like that. There should be tall grass, there should be evidence of a spring, even if it did dry up since then. So, nothing left to do right now but to pack up and hike on in. Let's get this adventure going. Just go straight up, Mick. Follow the fence. Well, we've been hiking for about an hour so far. Stopped to take a little water break. Brought a little bowl for Mick. Give him water. Good boy. You're doing pretty good, Mick. Yeah, doing good, buddy. But we're getting pretty close. I think we got another 45 minutes to another hour to go before we get there. But we're at the end of this canyon coming in here. And then we got to snake around back into this canyon, then around into another canyon, and then hopefully that brings us into the canyon we're trying to get to. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees up here today. Right here is the highest point of the canyon, and this canyon goes behind this hill and it goes down the northern side here. I just came upon a road here. This road obviously hasn't been used in quite some time. You can see some of the outcroppings up on top. There's more up here. They just don't look very mineralized to me. What do we have here? Huh. Just a random just a random tank. Okay, looks like an old ranch house or something. I just walked up on. I didn't see this on the satellite at all. Yeah, let's check out this old ranch house or whatever. Old stucco brick and wood. The old bed, nightstand, table, old shoe sitting there too. Old nailed soles, look at that. Huh. Guess that's what the floor maybe looked like. Bet that wasn't very comfortable. Interesting. We just came from over that hill coming up. We came into this like, this is the actual canyon right here. No doubt about it. And I just found this bottle. It's not a screw top. Look at this. It's like a cork one. All it has on it is not to be refilled. No deposit, no return. Nothing on the bottom. What do you guys think of that? This is an interesting area. So this is, I was just looking at the map, and this is the top of the canyon we're supposed to be in. I did find, I don't necessarily think it's necessarily a mining prospect, but I think they identified 3 different ore bodies in here, from what I can tell. The first one's right over here, and then there's 2 down there a little bit. And then this whole side right here, like I said, seems like the outcroppings are more than likely on this side. But it says there's one down over here. So I was just looking at the topographical map, topo map, and you know, once we're in here, this canyon is really not that big. To where the mine could possibly be, I mean, it's maybe 1 mile down, 1 mile back up. So it's around noon, high noon. So I thought what we'll do, me and Mr. Mick here, of course, since there is a prospect location right over here, supposedly, on the topo, I'm gonna head down this trail, work my way on this left side of the canyon to where we're kind of getting out into the flat plains again. Then we're gonna turn around and we're gonna work our way all along this edge of the mountain range here on the canyon side, where all the major outcroppings are. Because we gotta head back out going this way. I came in this way, but I think I may go back out this direction. Well, I'm in the location where this supposed ore body was found, a prospect location supposedly. And you're looking at exactly what I'm looking at. You know, I really don't think it's going to be on this side, but I wanted to start with this side because there was that, I just saw that prospect location, but there's nothing here. I mean, maybe they were just saying there's a potential, I think it was thorium on this side that they had a prospect location for, but I'm not too certain. But so we basically have finished hiking this west side of the canyon, and basically it's all like this. I mean, you don't see any evidence of any fissures or springs, anything to that effect. But you can see how much bigger this other side is. It's literally from that point all the way back up to where we started on that flat part, taking a break, and we found that bottle. Looking over there might be some potential. So I think the next thing to do, I don't think there's anything on this side. I really don't. I mean, it's all like this. So I think hike back down to the bottom of the canyon, and then make our way up to those rock croppings and just kind of eyeball those for a while. Yeah, it's weird. There's a big line of tall ponderosas coming from up from this green spot down. So there's definitely a good chance there may be something, a fissure or something underneath the ground there where those ponderosas are sucking up the water. But it's getting hot. It is getting hot. You can feel the heat just resonating off the ground right now. I'm hoping some of these clouds build up a little more and we might get a little shade. I was just standing here thinking there's no old roads or nothing along this side of the canyon. So I'm wondering, like, I don't know. Supposedly Philpot worked this lode mine for years. So he would have to have pretty good accessibility to it, if you ask me. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you think he would have to have a little better accessibility than this getting to his claim. Some red mineralization here. That's interesting. When I went through old records, I couldn't find any claims with his name. So if he had a registered claim, I couldn't find it. But I'm trying to head up to these rock formations up here. Yeah, that's why I was eyeballing all this stuff up in here. If I can get to the base of it, maybe we can see something. But like I was saying, there's no trails. There's nothing along this side. I thought I saw from this other side that we were on, I thought I saw a hole in one of the rocks just right down over here somewhere. It's probably just a ledge or something like we're seeing up here, but I don't know. You dying, buddy? I hear you. We're too far in here to stop though. Let's get up in here, Mick, and we'll take another break. Water break. I did bring a water bowl for him, guys. So don't think that I brought him out here and he's not getting any water. He's getting plenty of water. So one of the things Philpot said was a wash. They punched into a wash, and this sure is, everything looks like a wash to me. It's heading right up here. This stuff is just all bushwhacking. Every bit of it. This seems like it's taking me forever to get up here. Some red mineralization there. But this is definitely the time where your mind starts to tell you, nah, let's just go back home in the air conditioning, bro. No fissure or nothing here. It just looks like maybe some of this just sloughed off into here, type of thing. Oh man, we're almost to the side of the canyon here where we can really take a look at these outcroppings. Look at this. There may be something up in here. It's a possibility. All right, we just came down from all of this area. I looked all up in here, all on the base, up in here just a little bit, and right in front of all these outcroppings here. I haven't seen a thing. Nothing that indicated anything. No rock formations that look like a forge or a smelter. No clear indication of a fissure or a spring that used to be somewhere around here. You can see some of the outcroppings up here have a little more mineralization that I have been seeing. And this is the direction we're going to be going now. We're going to be heading back up the canyon. Because if you can look towards the north here, you can see the end of the canyon is just right over here. So we're on the very north side of the canyon. And nothing yet, nothing promising, just a bunch of rocks stuff like this, all you're seeing here. I did hit the metal detector a couple of times throughout here, nothing. So not much in this area, in this bowl. It's really, really neat looking, that's for sure. There's a lot of cool formations, but I thought for sure maybe something was right here, but there's nothing up there, unfortunately. Especially with, you can see that little hole right there, right in the middle of the screen, right there. But it's just part of the rock formations. We're just gonna have to continue on, keep moseying, but we're taking another break because it is brutal hot. Yep. It's hot, ain't it, Mick? He's like, what are we doing? A lot of big boulders, just know I'm not seeing any. I keep wanting to see like some stack of rocks, you know, kind of like a smelter or something. Keep looking for something like that. Keep looking for all the clues. Just haven't seen anything just yet. Closest thing was that wash that we went up and explored in that bowl, but there's really nothing in there. There's another section of bigger outcroppings over here. Well, way over there. I'm just slowly making my way along this edge of this canyon. Just looking everywhere, trying to find something. You can see where we were. We walked all that whole edge down to the end there. And then we came back on this side, and now we're coming up this way. So another perspective of the canyon here. You can see where it goes, it drops all the way down to the north side of the base. A lot of overhangs like this that look like stuff up here. A couple of them I've already hiked to, and I'm like, it's just an overhang, you know. It's funny how the landscape and the forest can trick your eyes sometimes. I gotta be honest, on a scale of 1 to 10 on how true I think this story is, I'm almost leaning towards more like a 4. I don't even want to give it 50% chance. It just doesn't seem feasible in this location, in this canyon, because like I said, I mean, you guys can see the rocks up here. I mean, sort of mineralized, but nothing crazy. Keep looking. I'm just gonna keep rolling on these foothills. That way I can keep an eye on this and down below as well. You can kind of see where we just came from. That little bowl, all those rock formations there. There's another wash coming up here. We just came around through there. No dice. I think there's more on this other side, but I think we're nearing the end of the canyon on the top again. I mean, even the older mines had roads or something, a trail. There would have been a trail or something. For as many years as he worked that, he would have had a one path in and one path out. And there would have been something, a trail leading up to these washes. Something. There's nothing. There's just boulders upon boulders. And honestly, and this was the area where the ponderosas are coming up in here, and yeah, it might be just all snow melt gathering in these canyons where the ponderosas are really taking off, but I haven't seen any signs of springs. Well, let's crest over this hill, and then we'll see what is on the other side.
be darned. Hey guys, look at this. It's a band of quartz. A small stringer. I'll be darned. Huh. Let's go around this way. One small stringer of quartz. That ain't no 12-foot wide vein, I'll tell you that much. That he's talking about. So we're at the very top of a ridge here, and this is what prospectors would do. They would get on top of the mountain, look at these, top of these outcroppings, and see if there's anything valuable. Then they try to punch in underneath. Look at this thing. Huh. That's interesting. So one little bitty stringer of quartz down there. I mean, little bitty. But yeah, this is what they would do. They'd get on top mountains, look at your outcroppings, punch in underneath, and go for it. Like I said though, I mean, you can see the colors of these rocks, and there's just really not much mineralization to them. About time for another water break, huh, Mick? I got 2 more bottles of water, and that's it. I don't know. We hiked all the way up in the canyon, on the top of the canyon, walked all the way down the west side, all the way to where the formations and stuff were kind of stopping, and it was getting back into plains. We came to the east side of the canyon, where there's bigger rock formations. We've hiked all that, well, almost all of it. I haven't seen anything. No bones, no old foundation for a smelter, anything. It's just that old ranch house or something back there is the only human stuff I've seen in this canyon. I mean, it's pretty barren so far. I mean, there's not much action of anything. I haven't even seen any arrowheads. And he did mention active Indians in this area, which the Apache were definitely active in this area, but he mentioned a totally different tribe, which was unusual. I don't know. The more I think about it, like between the 2 articles, there was one thing that really caught my attention, and the fact that one article, man, let's get some shade like Mick. One article mentioned that he found a map, and the map led him to the location, or around the general location of the mine. And on that map, it had, he said, locations for every water hole from Mexico City to into New Mexico. Now, on the other article, he states that when he busted into the mine, then he found a map, and it held locations of mines from Mexico City to New Mexico. So, I mean, when I first read that, I noticed the differences there. I was like, I mean, maybe the reporter got it wrong, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know, guys. It might have been just a story, you know. But I'm gonna keep looking. It's only about 2:30, and we're still not out of this canyon yet. And there's still a couple areas I want to look for. You know, I don't know, guys. I keep reviewing the story in my brain, And it just doesn't add up. You know, it really doesn't. For the Spanish to even come here and mine, there would have been some good outcroppings. There would have been some really good indicators on the surface. And he even talked about the outcroppings on the surface that he saw. I mean, I'm not a prospector, that's for sure, but I can definitely tell you, you know, what's mineralized and what's not. Like this, there's not much in that. And those Spaniards would have found something on top and then punched in. Yeah, see, we just came down from there. And then down there is where we originally started. So we've literally made a whole circle around this whole canyon at this point. I mean, I haven't even seen any rocks stacked up funny. I haven't even seen an arrowhead up in here. And usually where there was a lot of Indian presence, you can find at least one arrowhead or a little piece of pottery. I haven't seen nothing. I mean, nothing. I sure picked one heck of a day to do this, though. 90 degrees? Perfect. Let's go hiking. Well, it's getting pretty close to 5 o'clock. And we're still hiking out of this sucker. Ran out of water a while ago. I knew we'd go through the water, but this was a lot more of an intense hike than I was expecting. Dang, we still got quite a bit more hills to go. I gotta say, guys, this has become brutal. Getting back to the truck. Wasn't too bad getting in that canyon, but coming back out in the heat of the afternoon, it's kicking my butt right now. I don't know if you guys can see the rock formations in the canyon we were at way over there. Well, for some reason I pin marked where the truck was when we left, and my service must have been bad because it was wrong. It was totally incorrect, and I ended up hiking about 2 miles way north where the truck is. I'm out of water, man. Thank God I'm not far from my house. Well, I'm pretty far from my house, but my wife, I actually have phone service. I contacted my wife, man. Gave her a pin. Tell her to come get me and the dog. Drive me back to the truck because I'm done. My legs are cramping. I'm fried. I'm literally done. I screwed up. And I don't think I can get to it by the time it's dark. I only brought one flashlight. And man, I'm feeling lightheaded. Not feeling good at all. So I only have so much battery power on this camera. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here and just sit and wait for my wife, because I can't go anymore. I'm done. I'm fried. Either that or I'm spending the night out here and starting again in the morning. One of the two. Anyways, I thought I heard a pig grunt. I hope not. That's all I need is a bunch of wild pigs up in here right now. I do have my protection, but anyways, so we hiked into that canyon. We hiked that entire canyon, up and down, every side. And to be honest with you, my conclusion, the story that Philpot made up, I personally believe is bogus. Wherever he got the gold bar and the silver and all that stuff, he must have got that somewhere else or something. Even on the 2 articles, there was 2 different stories from him. So I kind of thought it was bogus, but now it's bogus. Yeah, there ain't no Spanish mine in that canyon. No way, Jose. So I think that's going to be the, I'm going to wrap it up on this adventure, guys. Thanks for coming along. I know it wasn't the most exciting adventure, but it was an adventure nonetheless. So I'm going to lay down and just wait for my wife to rescue me. Peace. I'm out of here. See you guys on the next adventure.